to another episode of Matt Sports Talk. Let me adjust my camera real quick, since I want to make sure that my headroom's good to go, but there's not too much. Yeah, that should work. That looks a lot better. So we should be good to go there. So we had, now typically I don't record videos on, let me scooch down, there we go, into the middle of the shot. That typically I don't record videos on Sunday, well, especially late on a Sunday morning, but I definitely wanted to do that today and go over the games from yesterday. And there were two massive upsets yesterday that I wanted to talk about. Well, actually more than two that I wanted to hone in on in this video. And again, we're just talking about the men's video, we're just talking about the men's side of things in this video. So the first matchup takes us to Indianapolis, where Marion hosted Receiving Votes Spring Arbor, and Marion with the win here to get their first, not just their first conference win, but their first win of the whole entire year. 71-70 the final score here, as Spring Arbor had a chance to win it at the buzzer, but the shot was missed. So looking at the stats, some of the key stats for Spring Arbor, you had Dante Favor had a really good game, 24 points, 14 rebounds, 2 assists. He was 10 of 14 shooting, 4 of 6 at the free throw line. You had Travis Grayson with 11 points, 5 of 16 shooting, 1 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. For him, 7 points for Aiden Zank, all 3 of 5 shooting with 3 rebounds, 8 points for David Cundiff, 4 of 8 shooting with 9 assists, 5 rebounds, 3 steals. And off the bench, you had Ty Reisky, 4 of 7 shooting, 6 of 7 at the free throw line in just 23 minutes of action, 15 points, 7 rebounds on the game for him. And Warwick Elder, 3 points off the bench in 15 minutes of action, which was a three-pointer. He had 1 rebound, 1 assist, 1 steal. Spring Arbor didn't shoot the ball bad, at least from the field, 45%. They struggled from 3 at just 21, but they were really good at the free throw line, 12 of 15 for 80%, 11 turnovers, compared to only 8 turnovers for Marion. And for Marion shot better, 47 from the field, way better from 3 at 42. Worse at the free throw line, converting 9 out of 13 for 69%. And Marion had really good balanced scoring. 18 points for Aaron Humphrey Jr., 7 of 13 shooting, 2 of 4 from downtown, 10 rebounds for him, so a double-double. 13 points for Ron Rutland III, 5 of 11 shooting, 3 of 4 from downtown, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, 13 points for him. Dylan Moles, 14 points, 4 of that was at the free throw line. He was 4 of 4 there, 5 of 9 shooting from the floor, 1 assist, 1 steal, 5 points for Joshua Renfro. 2 of that was at the free throw line with 2 rebounds. And Blake Russell, 4 points, 2 of 5 shooting with 5 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. And off the bench, you had 9 points for Aiden Franks, 4 of 7 shooting, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 8 points for Alhaji Diallo, 3 of 8 shooting, 2 of 5 from downtown, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals on the game for him. And that was your matchup there. And the next matchup takes us to Fort Wayne, Indiana, where number 4 Grace faced off against the Cougars of St. Francis, and Grace with the win here, 109-76. And Grace outscored St. Francis 61-35 in the second half after Grace held a 7-point halftime lead. And Grace remains perfect on the year at, I believe, 7-0, I think. Yeah, 7-0 on the year for them, and they are in a tie for first place with the Bethel Pilots, who are also undefeated at 7-0 as well. And looking at the stats for Grace, you had Ian Roush, 18 points, 6 of that was at the free throw line, 6 of 12 shooting with 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 15 points for Hunter Walston, 6 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 1 assist. 7 points for Tyler Roush, 3 of 6 shooting, 2 rebounds, 3 blocks though, so really good numbers there. 8 points for Brady Carpenter, 3 of 4 shooting with 3 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 20 points for Gage Sefton, 8 of 11 shooting, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, 10 rebounds, 1 assist there for Sefton, so a double-double for him. And then off the bench, Michael Wellman, 12 points, 3 of 7 shooting, 6 of 7 at the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 18 points for Gavin Betton, 5 of 10 shooting in 25 minutes of action off the bench. 18 points for him, 6 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals. And then 3 points for Bryce Sefton, 2 points for Luke Bricker, 4 points for Cole Hayworth, and 2 points for Isaac Schultz. Grace shot 52 from the field, struggled from 3 at just 23. Really good at the free throw line, converting 26 out of 32 attempts for 81%. Only 8 turnovers as a team for Grace compared to 12 for St. Francis. St. Francis shot way worse from the field at 34. Actually, St. Francis was slightly better from 3 at 27, but they were worse at the free throw line, converting 17 out of 25 for 68. And St. Francis, and for St. Francis, 30 of their 76 came from Jevin Lewis, who was 10 of 21 shooting, 5 of 7 from downtown, 5 of 6 at the free throw line with 4 rebounds, 4 assists. 3 points off the bench for Justin McNelkin, 3 points for Malachi King, 2 points for Trey Dillard. And those were the only players off the bench that scored for the home Cougars. 9 points for Eugene Young Jr., 3 of 9 shooting, 2 of 2 at the free throw line. Of course, these are the starters that I'm mentioning now, with 3 rebounds, 1 assist. 4 points for Keyshawn McNeil, 1 of 3 shooting, 4 rebounds, and only 2 points for Braden Messenger. 9 points for Joe Reedy, 3 of 8 shooting, 3 of 5 from the line, 7 rebounds, 1 block. And Carson Rogers, 14 points, 6 of 8 from the free throw line. So 6 of the 14 were at the free throw line, 4 of 8 shooting from the floor, 11 rebounds, 2 steals for him. And that was your matchup there. And then our next matchup takes us to Goshen, Indiana, where number 15 Bethel placed off against Goshen, and it was all Bethel here, 112-76. Really good balanced scoring from Bethel. In fact, 4 of their 5, actually, all 5 of their starters were in double figures. 10 points for Colin Colmer, 4 of 10 shooting, 2 of 6 from downtown, 7 assists, 2 rebounds. 14 points, Bo Jacquet, 7 of 11 shooting, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. 14 points as well for Austin Kright, 5 of 10 shooting, 2 of 4 from downtown, 2 of 2 at the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 1 assist, 2 steals. 11 points for Alanis Pachelius, 4 of 5 shooting, 1 of 1 from downtown, 2 of 2 at the line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal, 2 blocks. 15 points for Luke McBride, 6 of 9 shooting, 3 of 5 from downtown, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals. And really good bench performance, too. 9 points for Mason Bales off the bench with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. 3 points for Jameer Jefferson. 14 points for Carter Kent. 4 of 7 shooting. 4 of 6 of that was from beyond the arc with 5 rebounds, 5 assists. 9 points for Andrew Hedrick off 4 of 5 shooting. 3 points for Costa Grubor in just 3 minutes of action with 2 rebounds and an assist. And 10 points for Alex Ellison. 3 of 7 shooting, 4 of 4 at the charity stripe with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal. Bethel, 54 shooting from the field, which is really, really good. 46 from beyond the arc. 87 at the free throw line, converting 14 out of 16 attempts. Only 10 turnovers compared to 13 for the Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs shot worse from the field at 42. Way worse from 3 at 25. And worse at the free throw line, albeit by not a lot. 11 out of 16 attempts for 68%. Stats for Goshen: Marcus Northern, 21 points, 8 of 20 shooting, 2 of 6 from downtown, 3 of 3 at the free throw line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. 8 points for Jacob Carlson off 3 of 8 shooting with 4 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 block. 5 points for Kevin Cota with 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 16 points for Tyrell Hunt, 8 of 15 shooting, 16 points for him with 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, 1 block. And off the bench, you had 2 points for Savion Williams, 2 points for Deacon Hill, 2 points for Jiraj Minarovesh, and Minarovjek. I'm not sure how that's pronounced off the top of my head, so I apologize. 2 assists for him, 4 points for Joshua Gentry, 2 of 2 shooting. Carson Smith, 4 points, 2 of 2 shooting. And Cameron Williams, 2 of 9 shooting, 2 of 4 from downtown, 6 of 6 at the free throw line, though, for him. 2 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 steals. And that was your matchup there. And then the next matchup takes us to Huntington, Indiana, where Receiving Boats Huntington beat Mount Vernon Nazarene. Mount Vernon, that is their first loss of the season. They go to 7-1. For Huntington, they go to 7-2 on the year, 1-1 in the conference. And here, Isaiah Brown, 36 points. 14 of that was at the free throw line, though, for him. 10 of 16 shooting, 2 of 3 from downtown with 4 rebounds, 1 steal. 9 points for Peyton Heiss, 3 of 11 shooting, 3 of 3 at the charity stripe, 4 assists, 4 rebounds. and 1 steal. 5 points for Trent Koenig with 4 rebounds, 3 assists. Only 1 point for Reed Plattfoot, which was at the free throw line, but he did have 2 rebounds and 2 assists. And then 18 points for Devin Dreyer, 7 of 11 shooting, 3 of 4 at the line, 3 rebounds off the bench. Beatty Laurie with 3 points and 1 steal. You had Karen Granville, 3 points and just 4 minutes of action with 1 rebound. And Abib, 7 points. 4 of those 7 were at the free throw line, though. He also had 2 rebounds and 1 steal. Mount Vernon shot 44 from the field, 28 from 3, so they really struggled from 3. 86 at the line, converting 26 out of 30. Huntington, 30 out of 36 at the line, 83% is pretty even there. 9 turnovers for Huntington, 6 for Mount Vernon, so a really clean game from both sides. And for the Foresters, they shot 48 from the field, so they did shoot better all the way around. And like I mentioned, the free throws were pretty even. 24 points for Miles Good, 6 of 12 shooting, 4 of 8 from downtown, 8 of 8 at the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 1 steal. 16 points, Caden Johnson, who was a perfect 6 of 6 shooting, I might add. 4 of 8 at the line, 6 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 2 blocks. 13 points for Keelane Izzy, 4 of 6 shooting, 5 of 6 at the line, 6 rebounds, 1 block. 13 points for him. Matthew Spears, only 3 points with 1 rebound. Jackson Paul, 15 points, 10 assists, 3 rebounds. 14 points on the bench for Cade Brenner, 4 of 7 shooting, which was all from downtown, 2 of 2 at the line, 6 rebounds, 2 assists. 5 points for Jackson Jones, and 6 points for Landon Beagle. And that was your matchup there. And then the next matchup takes us to Upland, Indiana, where Taylor hosted number 1 Indiana Wesleyan, and this was a massive upset. The Trojans able to knock off the number 1 team in the country, 80-77. And looking at stats for the Wildcats, they shot 49 from the field, so really not bad there. 27 from 3, 74 at the free throw line, converting 23 out of 31. The Trojans 49 shooting, so shooting from the field was pretty even. The Trojans, though, shot way better from 3 at 40, and they were way worse at the free throw line, converting 14 out of 25 for 56%. And Taylor had 13 turnovers. Iwu had 12. And looking at stats first for the home team, the Trojans, Chaz Harvey, 4 points, which 2 of those 4 were at the free throw line, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. 12 points for Nate Paulberg, 3 of 6 shooting from downtown, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. 14 points for Anthony McGee, 5 of 11 shooting, 3 of 7 of that was from downtown, 4 assists, 2 steals, 1 block, and 1 rebound. 17 points for Isaiah Day, 6 of 11 shooting, 2 of 5 from downtown, 3 of 4 at the line, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal. 16 points for Pete Combs, 7 of 9 shooting with 3 rebounds and 3 assists. Nathan Baker, 4 of 7 shooting off the bench, 3 of 5 at the line for 12 points, 8 rebounds, 1 assist, 3 steals, 1 block. 3 points for Carson Gold, which was all at the free throw line. He had 4 rebounds and 2 assists. And Levin Smith, only 2 points in 10 minutes of action, but he did have 1 rebound, 1 steal, and 1 block as well. And that was your matchup there. And then looking at the standings real quick, you have number 15 Bethel undefeated, 7-0 on the year, 2-0 in conference. Number 4 Grace also undefeated on the year, 7-0, 2-0 in conference play. Indiana Wesleyan falls to the 3 seed right now at 1-1 in conference, 7-1 overall. Mount Vernon Nazarene, the 4 seed, also at 7-1, 1-1 overall. Huntington, the 5 seed. At least technically you'd have Huntington be the 4 because of the head-to-head over Mount Vernon. Mount Vernon would technically be the 5. Huntington 7-2. Mount Vernon 7-1. Taylor the 6 seed right now at 5-3, 1-1 in conference. Spring Arbor the 7, 1-1, 4-3 overall. Marion the 8 seed, 1-6 overall, 1-1 in the conference. Goshen 0-2. St. Francis 0-2. Those 2 teams would be out of the league tournament. 4-4 overall for Goshen. 3-6 overall for St. Francis. St. Francis better at home at 2-1. St. Francis has not won a game on the road this year. Neither has Spring Arbor and neither has Marion. So those are all the teams that have yet to win on the road this year. The teams undefeated at home but winless on the road are Spring Arbor, a perfect 4-0 at home but 0-2 on the road, and the Wildcats. Well, actually, the Wildcats, Mount Vernon, and Huntington all undefeated at home at 5-0, 2-1 on the road for Iowa and Mount Vernon, 1-2 on the road for Huntington. Taylor 3-0 at home compared to 1-3 on the road, and then of course Grace and Bethel have yet to lose a game this year. So that's an updated view of your standings. And then everybody is off, at least in terms of conference, until December 3rd. So previewing those games, you'll have Spring Arbor at Mount Vernon Nazarene. Huntington will be at Grace. St. Francis will be at Iwu. Taylor will be up at Bethel, and Goshen will be down at Marion. And it looks like all of those are, at least the Spring Arbor Mount Vernon game. Of course, this is men. That'll be 7 o'clock. St. Francis Iwu is scheduled to be at 7:30. That may change. We're not totally sure on that. So those are your updated scores on the men's side of things. And when I come back in my next video, we are going to be going over the women's side of things, so make sure that you stay tuned for that. And if you did enjoy this video, or if it was super helpful to you, I hope that you either like this video, leave me a comment down below, or subscribe to my channel. Any one of those options helps me out greatly. And make sure that you keep subscribing to my channel, because my goal is to hit 500 subscribers by February 21st, 2026. And again, those of you that have subscribed, I really appreciate that. Please keep on subscribing to my channel so you're first notified whenever I upload new episodes. And again, I really appreciate the subscribers, and please keep sharing this channel with your friends, your family, anybody that you know, and please keep subscribing to my channel. So I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.